So let me reiterate, technique changes, big swing changes are not for everybody, right? Especially if you try this system, you might discover this exact thing for you, that it just takes the fun out of it, that getting feedback constantly, filming your swing, using training aids or alignment sticks, getting lessons once a month, that it's just not for you, right? And that is perfectly fine, right? Everybody can define their own relationship with their golf hobby, but there are other ways you can get better. And these ways to get better apply whether you want to do technique changes or not. So this is really for everybody. So we're going to start with a basic crash course on some of the insights from strokes gained, a concept you may have heard of. I encourage everybody to read a book called Every Shot Counts by Mark Brody. It kind of details some really important concepts that I'm going to oversimplify here and help you with your course strategy. But very long story short, if we look at our graphic on the left of our driver, it says bomb it in play, right? It is unequivocally true that the farther you can hit it, the lower you can score, all other things being equal. So, and most people aren't nearly as uh, accurate with their, say, long irons or three woods or driver tee shot alternatives as they think they are. So I strongly encourage you to try to hit it as far as you can. Of course, in play. And in play doesn't mean in the fairway. Anytime you have a non-obstructed shot to the green, you can consider yourself to have done a good job. This is a very important concept. It seems simple, but I swear it was literally just yesterday. I watched a college golfer hit an iron off of a par 5 tee box that had very little trouble on it. It was stunning. So easy to screw up. And secondly, if you look on the right there, you'll see our green. Um, some of the best scoring improvements that people have seen is when they've run this experiment for themselves. Pretend like there's no flag. Honestly, if you've got access to the course, you know, it wouldn't be a silly thing to run a tournament where you take all the pins out and see how people do for a day. But pretend the flag's not there. Middle of the green means everything. Missing the green is a minimum loss of half a shot. Putting is so much easier than chipping. You have to optimize for hitting the green. And a lot of that, includes club selection. Most amateurs, as you know, are constantly coming up short. This is a product of, bad ground strike, but also a product of bad club selection. People are constantly taking clubs that are based on their best shots. I don't know how many times I've seen people flush it and miss the green short, right? This is just an error in strategy, right? Take more club, aim for the middle of the green nearly 100% of the time, and I promise you your score will drop. Um, in the next video, I want to dig a little bit deeper into skill work and some of the other things we can do to practice our ability to produce good outcomes.